I saw an interesting poll out this morning that now have 80% probability that Kevin Hassett will be the next Fed chair.
Correct.
And markets don't like that.
I think they're trying to figure out what they like. The thing with Kevin Hassett is he's pro-growth. He's a supply-side economist, which means he's going to push for probably lower rates. That's why Trump wants them. And we know that. That's kind of a known commodity. But he'll push for more deregulation of the banking sector, so lower capital. That's pro-growth. So what I think the market's grappling with is right now we kind of have this tug of war between do you support the labor market and are you worried about inflation? And the Fed's kind of towing that line. They're not being too aggressive cutting rates because of their concern about inflation. The risk is that we get someone in charge that becomes more pro-growth, less worried about inflation. They just assume inflation is going to come down. Then the market gets worried that inflation is not being cared for properly. So Powell's not leaving till May. Hassett, first of all, hasn't even been nominated. He hasn't been voted in. There's still a long road ahead of us. And look, by the time we get to May, inflation may not be a concern, and Hassett may be the right person, or inflation may start going back up again, and Hassett changes his tune, or it's just not Hassett, it's someone else.
And that is a good point. Is that it's a long road between now and next May. There's a lot of things that can happen between now and then, but it is interesting. Kevin Hassett seems to be more of a polarizing character. In other words, there's people that like him, and then there's people that hate him. There's not a lot of people in the middle.
We'll just see how he can get through, assuming he gets through Congress. Do his views change? And he's only one member. He's only one voting member. He has the most sway, but he's one member of 12 or so that vote. So even if you're very scared that Hassett's coming in and he's going to push rates a lot lower and not care about inflation, that's 1/12 of the vote. I think it's something the market's thinking about, but it's not maybe some of the recent weakness in bonds, which hasn't been all that much.
Catch me daily on The Real Investment Show. The link is in the description.